4, 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! All right. Before I throw it back to them, I actually do at the start here wanted to give a big shout out to Garnitrex. Garnitrex, really this speedrun wouldn't be the way it is today if it were not for him. He's been a longtime speedrunner of this. And when I picked up this game a year ago, he was like a huge help in like learning all the glitches and all the crazy stuff that's in this run. So big shout outs to him. A vast majority of the strats that I'm going to be using in this run were pretty much all his doing. So
this is his love child.
It's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go.
A quick note, we use the Japanese version of the game not only because the text is faster, but the experience scaling is actually a little bit different in the Japanese version for some reason. And so we get a little bit more XP. It matters a little bit, but not a lot. And so then this is also our first introduction to DSS, or the dual setup system, which is a system unique to Castlevania Circle of the Moon. And so basically you have 10 ability cards and 10 attribute cards for 100 different combinations. We use a handful of them, this one being Invulnerability, used with Pluto and Unicorn. It uses a lot of magic, but it's very nice. And then this one we use for a lot of our movement. Pluto plus Griffin roughly doubles our speed.
Yeah.
As you can see, Darren just picked up the dash boots. These are going to allow him to sprint, and using the DSS card combination that we have allows us to sprint really, really fast.
Yeah, it's like I'm playing Mega Man X all over again. Getting some dash boots.
A quick thing to note about the dash boots, when you double tap, it speeds you up, obviously, to a running speed, but if you do a backwards dash where you dash right and then left, it also gives you that movement speed. So we use it a lot just for a little bit faster movement.
And another thing with Magician mode is we start off with very little health, 50 at the start, so we have to be very careful with how the damage boosts we are taking through this area, because it's easy to kill. Be killed.
This is the first boss.
It was a boss.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is a boss.
He did.
Can I get Rip Frankerzies in the chat?
Yeah, three-headed dog. And then here we get the double jump, which is very nice.
Double jumping allows us to progress further into the game. If we don't get double jump, we can't get past these mummies coming up.
Yeah, very important. And then we also grab a heal right here. And then we're coming up on our first glitch of the game, which we'll let it do its job and then we'll explain it.
It's exciting.
Wait, we're not playing the game normally?
What?
Yeah, we're going back to the beginning.
But that's not the right way.
Weren't you supposed to go the other way, actually? Hold up.
We're going to save our friend.
Are we?
I think so.
I guess that
That's
is the
the
main
goal.
plot point, right?
Dracula's a big jerk, and he took our friend away. We're going to go get him back.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that's not what?
Oh.
Where did he go?
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sure.
All right.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, this is all fine.
Oh, it's Dracula.
Okay, Dracula, too.
Dracula.
Guys, it's Dracula.
Guys, it's Drac.
We made it. End of the game.
Oh,
Wait.
Dracula?
Oh, are we going?
Wait, Darren, hold on.
Oh, that was actually really lucky.
Big bone.
But we have just entered the bone zone. That's
That's
good.
good luck. That was a fast fight.
Yeah. Anyways, there's
All right.
there's like 46 seconds.
Yep.
I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah, this is stretch time.
Yeah. Darren, you want to talk about what just happened there since we got time?
Oh, sure, yeah. So what that was warps, and we're going to see a bunch of them in this run, actually. We do it by activating a summon at the exact moment that we enter a loading zone. So for vertical warps, as you saw, it was activate the summon at the same time as the loading zone. And I guess for some reason, the game really doesn't know what to do with Nathan's position, so it kind of just like shoves him up to like the nearest. It just like puts him on the ceiling of whatever the room that you're warping into. I don't know. There's a much better technical explanation for that I'm not 100% 100% able to do, but we can also do it horizontally too, as you saw with the with the loading zones that are in between horizontal rooms.
Clipping into this room with the warps, for some reason, disables Dracula's AI. Pretty convenient. He's a very hard fight, especially with how little health we have.
Yeah. Did I miss anything?
Not really.
Okay, good.
Just a bunch of leveling up. Anyway, since this is all bosses, we're going to go defeat the rest of the bosses. Defeating Dracula first, obviously we get all those levels, and that helps us out a lot with being able to tank a little bit more damage from enemies while moving through the castle.
So in English we get, I do believe it's 22 level ups there, but in Japanese we get 23 because of that different level table.
And that lets us actually do a little trick here. Hopefully it goes well. We go down to a very low amount of HP here, but we should be all right.
I was thinking maybe I should have hit the homie save, but go big or go home.
Yep.
We've got backups in case
That's
anything
true.
goes wrong.
We
so-
do have backup saves.
And here we go down to 4 HP. Just casually.
That's fine.
I ain't sweating. Okay, one more
Very
jump
nice.
here. Whoop. Okay, we made
All
it.
right.
And we're
Nice.
through. Can we get a round of applause?
So the next boss coming up is the Iron Golem. We're going to make quick work of him.
'Cause everyone knows Golem's weakness are flowers, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everyone's played Pokemon.
You ever play Pokemon? Yeah. Grass beats rock.
Is that how it works?
I think so.
Anyways, here's all annoyed at you because they're killing stuff. I don't get it.
Yeah, he's a jealous boy.
So like, let me kill stuff. I don't get it, dude.
Well, Hugh.
Anyways, I think this is a good time for a quick donation or two.
Yeah, doing a little bit of backtracking.
Sure, while that happens, I'll let you know Jake R. donated $50 saying Circle of the Moon was my first GBA game and it's still my favorite in the series. Go Magician Mode! Also, one more here from Sokol 2044, $25 from them, and said, had to donate during the run of Circle of the Moon, the first Castlevania game I played seriously when I was growing up. Good luck, Darrenville, and they put that donation toward Runner's Choice.
Nice.
$235 from Pierpont Lemkin. No comment with that, but I just wanted to recognize their generosity there.
Cool.
Awesome.
And so coming up here, we're going to be going on to the Necromancer, not Death. He looks a little like Death, but it's not Death, it's the Necromancer.
He's totally death, guys. You cannot tell me he's not death.
They're probably like cousins or something.
Yeah.
He just got the lamer powers.
Anyways, here we do another warp to the top of the screen for a little bit of a skip here.
Gonna take a quick heal. Nice.
Nice.
First try is always nice.
That one is really difficult because he's so close to the screen. He has to buffer the inputs really quickly.
But
Yes.
yeah.
So we're gonna slide down here so we can get above to where Necromancer is.
And so yeah, here he's all like taunting us, saying how like, oh, we can't do it or whatever. But
How
clearly
is
we
he
can.
not death?
He's
Well, you
not
know.
Death.
Look at him.
He's totally death.
No, that's definitely not Death, dude.
Death doesn't have wings.
Maybe he grew them.
No,
You know, that's what I'm saying. Lamer powers.
And so then here we get the tackle upgrade, which we use for not much, honestly.
Breaking rocks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The intended way to go through that room that we warped around is to use that ability, and so actually you're supposed to take like a wraparound route, but we just use the clip. It's faster.
All right, we're about to enter the corridor. It's a good time to explain the bone float glitch.
Yes, bone floats. So essentially, you might remember from the from close to the beginning of the run when we killed Dracula. We used bone, like skeleton summon. Or, yeah, we transform into a skeleton. And the skeleton sprite is slightly wider than Nathan's sprite. And so then, using a little trick, well, I'll let the visual explain, but basically, we lose gravity for a little bit. And so it lets us skip to the end of the waterway section, which you'll see in a minute here.
Which is a lot better than how it used to be.
Oh man, the old underground waterway skip.
Yeah, we don't talk about summon hovering anymore.
Holy summon
We
hovering.
essentially had to do 15, like roughly, summons in a row, which is a roll plus.
Hey.
Nice.
First try.
First try. Now that skip's going all the way through the blood underground waterway.
Yeah.
We don't have to walk through the water or anything or flip the switches. We're going right to Camilla.
Easiest trick of my life.
Which you might remember her from the beginning of the game. She looks alright at first, but then something happens.
She's had a rough day.
I mean, she looks pretty cute right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? No, that's not so pretty.
Oh.
Just becomes a giant skull. It's fine.
Big bone. Nope.
Nope. We
I
tried.
don't- Yeah.
So using skeleton on a lot of these boss fights is very risky because skeleton.
Yeah.
Where's she at? Okay, she's doing this. This is fine.
Yeah, Big Bone, you get one shot by anything while you're in Big Bone form, and so it's very risky to use, and so we don't use it very often. We really
Yeah.
only see the damage.
Nice job.
Yeah.
That's one of the hardest fights in the game.
Because most stuff Camila throws out will either one or two shot you.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be killing Camilla as the third to last boss, so she does a ton of damage
This
to
is
you.
our fifth?
I believe so.
I can count.
We're
Yeah.
about to get
The best movement item in the
the
game.
best movement item. We're about to obsolete the double.
Yeah.
Yep. We still use it a little bit, but
It's good. The double's still good for movement, but this.
Woo! I believe I can fly.
Nathan can fly.
And so the next boss will be coming up after a couple more warps. It's Adremalak. He's a goat that just sits in the center of the screen.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we can do a quick donation while he's still moving through.
Sure, here's $10 from DRK11, and they say, this was the first Castlevania game I got into when I was a kid, and seeing the skips done, what is this black magic?
Just quickly, you may have noticed he warped actually 2 screens there. That is because the loading zones are kind of on top of each other. So when he's doing that warp, it can actually double up.
It's not every time it happens,
Yeah.
but
Only sometimes it works, but it's awesome when it does. Saves some time.
We received $250 from Anonymous. They said GDQ is a favorite event of the year and gotta donate during the best block.
all right. And so here, yeah.
Ooh.
We give Hugh a chance,
Our friend Hugh got bodied.
and he still fails.
We'll show him how a true pro does it.
Yeah. We'll sit in a corner and
Yep. The Diana combos send out projectiles that do set amounts of damage, and so that's why they're really reliable in this mode.
Yeah, Hugh should get a wind wave whip.
Yeah.
It's just that easy, dude.
oh,
Just combine the cards.
believe in the heart of the cards.
And yeah, after I beat this guy, Hugh's still salty about
Yeah.
it. Like, come on, bro.
He's all annoyed because we got the Hunter whip.
Yeah.
His father chose
Yeah.
us over him because, I don't know, reasons.
We're
I
the
don't know.
favorite son.
Like, yeah. We're the hero. We're the protagonist. That's why we deserve it, right?
All right, doing a little bit of backtracking too here. This would be a good time for another few donations.
Okay. First, if you'll forgive me a horrible pun, I just want to mention the Dragon Warrior 3 hero name incentive is going to probably close, after this run and before DW3 starts. And right now, one option has a commanding lead So if
Command?
you want to change that, get your money in now. All right, back to donations. I apologize. Blue Zaft with $150 says, Doctors Without Borders is a great cause. Thanks for being such awesome representatives of the gaming community. Also, Trab with $150 said, had to get my donation in while I can. Been watching every chance I get during downtime while on vacation. Thanks for everything you guys do.
All right, so we're moving into the underground gallery.
Best music.
Hands down.
And in a little bit here, we'll have some pretty precise movement. So this is probably going to be our first time where we ask for a little bit of silence just so that you can focus.
Yeah, the hallway of doom coming up.
We use the stopwatch here to slow enemies down, but it's still very rough.
Start that over. There, oh, okay.
We take a few hits, but yeah.
Okay, all right.
Nice. That room is very tough.
I'm sure everyone here has died at least a couple times to that room. It's a rough one.
Yeah.
So then here we have the zombie dragons, which we're going to abuse a little unintended mechanic to quickly kill them.
And this is the first summon you'll actually really see that we use.
And yes, that is a giant rooster with bat wings
Yep.
and some weird appendages coming out of his butt. Let's see here. Wind wave ought to do it.
Depending on how the dragons behave, sometimes it's a little finicky getting the double kill.
Zombie Dragon likes to eat his brother when he dies.
Oh no!
And regains some
Oh,
health. Ooh.
Should be fine.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
By the way, real quick, explaining what he did when he switched to the other card combination after summoning, you can switch from the summon to either Mars Unicorn or Mars Black Dog. Both of those combinations give you extra damage on the summon. And then Mars Unicorn also changes it to a holy attack, which we use later in the run for a little bit of bonus damage on Dracula.
A weird thing about this game is all magic attacks, besides the Diana stuff, is based off of your strength. And since we're Magician mode, we have little strength growth. So that's why we do use the combos to increase the damage.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, probably not a bad time for a quick donation.
All right. We have one extremely confused viewer out there. Boney donated $25 and said, Bowser's Castle sure looks different.
Anyways, we're about to move on to the observation tower, which has the obligatory vampire killer track, because why not?
Because this is Castlevania.
Yeah.
And Simon Belmont's not here.
Yeah, we just have his cousin, Nathan
Graves.
Belgraves.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways, we use another couple warps here just to get through part of this. And then some more really clutch movement. Once we get to the end of the level, we hit Dark Armors and those things will one-shot you. Nice. That one's really hard to do.
Oh boy, here we go.
So, a lot of tight movement coming up. A little bit more focus would be appreciated.
Yeah, everything one-shots at this point. From here on until we get out of the observation tower, it's pretty great. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
And so now,
Very clutch.
Not quite out of the woods yet. Still got to get 4 big bones.
So yeah, Hugh now is being controlled by Dracula to kill us. We find out that this has been happening the whole time, throughout the entire game. Sorry. And so then we just kind of
Nice.
Nice. That is really nice.
That is so nice.
All right,
We
2
need-
more.
We need 4 big bones for this fight in order to kill Hugh.
You're flexing.
There's one.
Nice! That is so good, dude.
That's a pretty
That
good
was-
luck.
That's really good.
That was a really good fight.
So this is the reason why Nathan is the favorite, because Hugh can't hit a skeleton.
Yeah.
Try as he might. Can't quite get me.
Respect your
Anyways.
elders, Hugh.
Anyways, here we go ahead and grab the last key. Or the boss key, whatever. I forget what the technical name is, but
Last key.
yeah. But it's what you're supposed to use to actually go defeat Dracula, which we just completely circumvented in the early game.
All right, and we're out.
Nice.
We have one more boss to kill before we go and beat Dracula, and that is actually Death. But he's not quite right, truth be told. Anyways, we're moving to the underground warehouse portion of the run. It's mainly just puzzles for the most part, and we can cheese some of them, but it's not very entertaining, so we can go ahead and do a quick couple donations.
Yeah, so here's one that I know you've all been looking forward to. $5 is from Garnet Tracks.
Hey,
Yeah.
And he says, OMG, is that the world record holder, Darren Lemon Limeville? Hey guys, Garney here, MQ Party. There's so much I could say, but I'll try not to take up too much time. I just wanted to say I'm super hyped to see Circle of the Moon have its time in a Game's Done Quick. Sorry I couldn't make it out this year, but maybe you'll see my face poke out of some corners in the near future. I'm mad proud of the Circle of the Moon community for sticking together and being a tight family. Proud of Darren for being out here and repping this awesome game, and for stealing my world record. But I won't take up too much more time. Shoutouts to the Couch, Nupper, Red Wave, and True Shade. Shoutouts to the man himself, Darren, and shoutouts to our caster, Prolix. Shame that I didn't get to see you, but I love you all. Can I get a big bone from the audience? Oh, I'm sure he'll love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Garnet.
Yeah. This run would be nowhere near where it is right now if it wasn't for him, so all the shoutouts to him.
A couple shorter ones here. Case Space with $10 said, have a good run, Darrenville. Your favorite fur babies are cheering you on from home. Love, Lena, Tom, and Tubbs.
Aw.
Laggiest room in the game, by the way.
Just a quick little explanation of this room. It's laggy because there are actually enemies probably spawned behind those boxes, and they won't appear in this room until we've either completed the puzzle or have gone out that right door.
So we're moving on to Death, ? It's really not a very hype fight. He just kind of throws sickles at you. So I guess he lives up to the name, but
He's not Death. He's got sickles, but he's not Death.
All right, let's see if this still gets the one shot. It might not. Oh, that's some pretty good damage. Might be.
Oh,
not quite.
Oh, close.
All right, good thing I took that save. I was thinking that might happen. There we go.
there we go.
So yeah, this is the first one we use the Mars Unicorn on because it's holy and Death is dark, so it does deal more damage.
And
Death is not an early morning riser.
yeah. And then we actually don't grab the key item here because we don't need it. It's the cleansing for the waterway that you're supposed to
It's
use.
the best item, guys.
But, meh. We don't really need it to beat Dracula, though, so we're just going to skip it.
But how are we going to cleanse his soul?
Somehow, dude. We'll just use the power of friendship, I guess.
The power of Big Bone.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna take the one only save that I've taken so far, and that's because Dracula one-shots pretty much at whatever health that you have. So just in case.
And so for Dracula, we pretty much have to use big bones for the first phase, just because there's no other really good way, and so it's very risky. And so we will want some focus, and then we'll go ahead and call out time, but it'll be when Dracula fades out of his second form and into the center of the screen rather than the sides.
Yeah, there's a bit of a new strat for this, so I'm going to do 2 wind waves at the beginning, and this sets me up for the 3 bones, the 1 powered up, and then for second phase I actually don't have to big bone, thankfully. I can just use 2 Thunderbird summons, if I remember what that card combination is. There we go.
Meteors.
So Dracula has 3 attacks. In the first phase, it's meteors, lasers, and bubbles. We ideally would want lasers, bubbles, then meteors, but we work with what we get.
Yeah. Still 0.
It happens sometimes. Where are the bones at, dude?
They're coming.
Come on.
Oh.
Of course.
So another minor thing, after those 3 attacks, he will go back and randomize. Ooh, that's nice. Oh!
All right, so I got 3. The last one I have to power up, actually.
It does double damage when it's powered up, but it's faster just make the last one do it, usually.
Because you're going from a dark element to a neutral element.
And it's good to know that the extra damage does also go into the second phase as well, I believe.
Yeah, because this fight, Dracula has 3,000 health. You deal, I think, half or almost more than half for him to go to the second phase.
Meteors.
There it is.
There
it
we
is.
go.
All right,
Nice.
let's
Nice.
go. All right, time is going to be on the second Thunderbird summon, kind of towards the end of it. We're going to get a couple charges, but as soon as this eyeball comes out, we're going to do some summons.
We'll say it as well.
Yeah.
There it is.
Good RNG.
This is the patented True Shade strats because I was bad at Big Bone. Ooh.
Okay.
That
He
was
was
close.
trying to come for me there. All right.
And one more summon.
Oh,
Ooh, that was close.
Fortunately, you are invulnerable during summons.
All right, let's do this. This is going to be it. Time.
Time.
28-10.
That's
Nice.
really good, yeah.
Very good.
That's a really good time.
Yeah. Part of the reason why that estimate is so generous is, as you can see, the big bone luck. I got pretty favorable luck on both first phase Drac and the Hugh fight. Not so favorable on the final fight, but it happens, you know. It's a 1 out of 10 chance for each one of those big bones, so
That was still a really great run.
yeah, really,
Yes.
really solid. So again, thank you everybody for watching. I'm really glad that this game got in. Again, shout outs to you guys for being here on commentary. Shout outs to Garnitrex. Hopefully we'll see some more of it in the future. We got a really great category called Thief Mode Completionist that gets all the items, gets all the upgrades. It's basically like the more like real complete run of this game. All bosses is kind of the more definitive run. Things that it's like more of the popular run for sure. But yeah, with that, you know, Hugh and Nathan, they settle their differences. They're good friends now.